Hello. We worked with Buckstop Junction this summer as our ERSCA project. And Buckstop Junction is a historic town located in Bismarck, North Dakota, and covers the time periods between the late 19th centuries to early 20th century.
Our driving question is how we as interns can enhance the visitor experience at Buckstop Junction.
So for methodology, a large part of our project included keeping our resources local, which included being able to partner with local businesses and securing donations for things like the plant exhibit, as well as writing grants in order to secure monetary donations to put towards both our personal ERSCA projects as well as Buckstop Junction as a whole. And we also worked to create a lot of connections throughout the Bismarck-Mandan community, especially by reaching out to local elementary school teachers in both Bismarck and Mandan in order to kind of find out how we could best serve the community.
So we each had different projects. So my project kind of entailed three main elements. The first was to apply for a grant from the Bismarck Mandan Community Foundation. And by applying for that, it would give us the resources to remodel our Miller Farm Museum at Buckstop Junction. And during that process, we looked at the exhibit space in the Miller Farm Museum and how best it could serve our visitors. And then in addition, we ordered signage for 7 additional buildings at Buckstop Junction to increase the information available to visitors when they're doing self-guided tours.
So for my part of the project, I worked a lot on kind of making adjustments to the Buckstop website. And that began by creating an outline for a web page dedicated to Satchel Paige, who was an American baseball player who had significant impact on North Dakota history. I also worked on a web page designed for younger audiences, which we are going to be calling the Kids Zone. And this is to help educate younger audiences. And by doing this, I rewrote a tour of the different buildings here out at Buckstop. I also made different activities that are both online or could be printed out and used in classrooms that are related to Buckstop and its history, and also added a photo gallery in order to better serve the Bismarck-Mandan community and make things more accessible.
Part of my project was to expand a native plant exhibition that I installed last year with native North Dakota plants that had a history in being used by Native Americans and that knowledge being shared with early settlers of North Dakota. Another part of my project was to make connections with Native American communities and secure donations. Another part of my project was to label 26 farm implements across our site at Buckstop Junction and convey the usage of all of the farm equipment tools to be readily understood by a broad audience, as well as finding YouTube videos that accurately demonstrate how each piece of equipment was used. So from this project, I kept explaining the native plant tour. I helped out quite a bit with re-landscaping and upcycling with old materials that were going to be scrapped on the property and using them to become edging for quite a few plants. That could readily be mowed over and will stay put for a very long time. And I also am starting the tractor tour and will finish that tour by the end of my internship.
From my project, I really enjoyed working on the grant for Buckstop Junction and helping them apply for those resources that would help them a lot in going forward. And though my project is coming to an end here, I think for future directions, I'll be looking to maybe create additional signage and edit those current exhibition spaces for better visitor engagement.
So for my project, I am expecting to get these edits made to the website by the end of my internship. I have completed the photo gallery, which is very exciting. And hopefully that will be added to the Buckstop website by the end of the summer as well. Another aspect of my project was updating the visitor map that we began last year. And so we have added QR codes to make it easier to access this information for both Lauryn's tractor exhibition as well as the plant exhibition. And so in the future, I will hope to continue updating that map as well as the website.